$1 million business in Guyana might be easier than you think. But before you can get started, you must understand the low carbon development strategy. And guess what? I read it, so you don't have to. I'm your host, Latoya Jack, a business consultant with close to a decade of experience advising businesses here in Guyana. I've consulted for businesses across industries ranging from childcare to oil and gas and everything in between. And this is The Breakdown, a podcast series where I break down the trends and things you should be paying attention to when building a business here in Guyana. Let's get into it. Here are the things I think every business person building a business should understand about the low carbon development strategy. The strategy was designed as Guyana's roadmap to success as a country. The basic principle is Guyana, a small country with an abundance of natural resources, can benefit from these resources because they have immense value on the international market. The thinking is, instead of selling these resources raw, we process them just a little bit. This is called value added. And then we sell them to the world. The strategy was first developed in 2009 and amended after consultations in 2024. The strategy is the country's game plan and answers one simple question: how will Guyana develop towards 2030? Since we have the context and the history of the strategy, now we can move on to the content.
Hi there. I wanted to come in really quickly and let you know that this is a small part of the low carbon development strategy. The strategy is a huge document. This video only scratches the surface of what the country's developmental plans are. But I hope that this small bit of information could give you a head start on how you should be thinking about the businesses that you're going to build and finance for the future development of Guyana. All right, back to the episode.
First, let's talk about food production. Instead of shipping all of our raw goods, we're finding new and innovative ways to add value. For example, I spoke to a budding entrepreneur recently. His idea was to sell pineapples to the local market. The Guyana Development Bank is offering funding, and so he wants to create a business where he can bring pineapples produced in his local community to the local markets. So he wants transportation. He wants to buy a bus. So what I said to him is, it might be a better idea if you came together with people in your community to create jam. Add a little bit of sugar, some spices, heat, and some water. And that is what we call value added. Another entrepreneur I know of is also focused on converting coconut waste into fertilizer. These are perfect examples of how to add value and create development in a country. Now think about it. If those products, the jam and the coconut fertilizer, can leave the areas in which they're produced, it means that it can also be sold in areas across the Caribbean. And that way, more money for you as a business owner. So that's one thing you can get into.
To work with me directly, there's a link in the description bar below. Click that link, fill out the information, submit your application, and my team and I will definitely get back to you. We are currently building a 5-day business builder challenge where you not only get to work on a business plan, but we also give you all of the tools and methods necessary for you to be able to execute, accessing finance, as well as actually developing and building a business that could leave a legacy for you and your family. But for now, back to the episode.
Next, forestry and wood products. Think of these not just as lumber that we export, but also the furniture products we can make. And because we have recognized global trade certification, our products attract better pricing overall. Also, research shows this is in high demand globally. So if you want to learn more about this topic, I've done an episode where I break down the industry, the requirements, and the challenges. So don't forget to like and subscribe. Now, if you also know a furniture maker, share this episode with him. He can be making big bucks by selling his own handcrafted furniture. We've broken down areas of growth so far, more to go. But before we do, a word from our sponsor.
It's me again. This is a spot that could be yours. If you're interested in sponsoring the show, you like this content, you want to see more, and you also think that we are attracting your particular audience, feel free to contact for sponsorship opportunities. Back to the episode.
Welcome back. Next, we'll look at the industry I like to refer to as the underdog industry. And my personal favorite, logistics, distribution, and warehousing. It is estimated that this industry will balloon in the near future as Guyana opens its doors for trade, giving access to the Atlantic Ocean and American markets for countries like Brazil, specifically northern Brazil, and Suriname for the first time in history. As a result, this industry will make more millionaires than any other industry I've mentioned so far. Now, because this industry focuses on the movements of goods and supplies, the opportunities are endless. From brokerage services, the process of clearing items with customs, to the largest opportunities being cold storage facilities and transshipment hubs. Now, the opportunities here are massive and are so many, I have to do a full breakdown of this opportunity in an episode.
And that's a wrap for this one. If you enjoyed this type of content, please be sure to like, subscribe. And if there's anything that you need us to know, leave it in the comments below. My name is Latoya Jack, and this has been The Breakdown. I'll see you guys in the next one.